Tonight, you will lose consciousness for approximately 8 hours. Your body will go limp, your eyes will roll back, your muscles will stop responding. And if someone watched you from the doorway, they would have every reason to think something had gone terribly wrong. But you do it anyway, because something ancient inside you demands it. So what happens when that thing stops working? What happens to a brain that can no longer sleep? The answer begins not in a lab, but with a family in Italy in the 1980s. A man in his 50s, perfectly healthy, suddenly stopped sleeping. Not insomnia, not difficulty falling asleep. He simply could not sleep. At all. No medication could bring him down. Within weeks, he hallucinated. Within months, he could no longer speak. Within a year, he was dead. The disease is called fatal familial insomnia. A single misfolded protein destroys a small region deep in your brain called the thalamus, your brain's gatekeeper for sleep. When that gate never closes, the entire system unravels. But why does wakefulness destroy you? Here is what almost no one explains. Your brain produces waste. Every thought, every signal, every moment of consciousness generates toxic byproducts that accumulate between your neurons throughout the day. While you are awake, your brain is too busy running you to clean them up. But when you sleep, something extraordinary happens. A system of fluid-filled channels, the glymphatic system, identified by neuroscientist Micah Nedergaard at the University of Rochester in 2013, floods your brain tissue and flushes the waste out. She described it as the brain having its own sewage system, and if it stops running, the waste piles up. That waste includes beta amyloid, the same protein implicated in Alzheimer's disease. Matthew Walker, a sleep researcher at UC Berkeley, has argued that chronic sleep deprivation is a slow-motion version of what fatal familial insomnia does quickly. The mechanism differs, the speed differs, but the direction is the same. The average adult today sleeps 6.5 hours per night. A century ago, that number was closer to 8. Sleep is also when your brain decides what to keep. During a slow-wave sleep, it replays the day, strengthens what matters, and deletes what does not. Without this process, everything becomes equally loud, equally real, which is exactly what hallucinations are. Research by David Dingus at the University of Pennsylvania found that after 2 weeks of sleeping only 6 hours per night, subjects performed as poorly on cognitive tests as people awake for 48 hours straight. The disturbing part, they felt fine. They had lost the ability to measure their own decline. Your brain, when sleep deprived, becomes bad at knowing it is bad. Evolutionarily, sleep has always seemed like a paradox. You were unconscious, still unable to run or fight. Every predator knew what a sleeping primate looked like. And yet, sleep could not be selected away. Whatever it does for the brain, the cost of skipping it was greater than the cost of being eaten. Fatal familial insomnia always ends the same way, not with organ failure, with the self falling apart. Memory, personality, identity, all of it collapses under the weight of accumulated wakefulness. What remains is a body without a person inside it. Sleep is not a pause in consciousness. It is the maintenance contract that keeps consciousness running. Every night, when you close your eyes and let yourself go under, your brain is flushing the poison, rewriting the memories, and deciding who you are going to be when you wake up. Tonight, when the lights go out and you feel yourself begin to drift, that is not weakness. That is your brain keeping its oldest promise to itself, the same promise it has kept every single night since long before you were born.